What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight at 147 pounds. On the undercard of Enes versus Stanionis, we have the Argentinian fighter Franco Ocampo taking on the Uzbek fighter Shakhram Giyasov. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? My YouTube analytics tell me that 80% of you guys who watch my content haven't done that yet for me, so please do that. It'll help me out a lot. Also, like this video and go down to the bottom of the screen near the subscribe button. You'll see the bell notification button. Hit that so you can be notified every time I put something out that's new. Thank you. All right, guys, to continue our week-long documentation, analysis, breakdown, and prediction of this Jaron Ennis versus Imantas Stanionis card, we have arrived at a fight between an Olympic silver medalist in the Uzbek fighter Shakhram Giyasov taking on an Argentinian really tough and gritty fighter, smooth boxer, very skilled in Franco Ocampo. This will be Ocampo's first fight outside of Argentina. He's 17-2. Giyasov, the Uzbek, is an undefeated fighter. In this video, we're going to break down both guys' careers. We're going to talk a little bit about their resumes. We're going to go over the Las Vegas odds, and stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to be giving you my prediction on telling you where to put your money so you can make the most of it. Let's get into this. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about the Argentinian fighter first, Franco Ocampo. This will be his biggest step up in competition. He's 17-2. He's been shelved for a while, hasn't fought in about 2 years. This will be his first fight ever outside of Argentina. There's a fight league in Argentina that he fights out of. All of his fights are from his country. We'll see how he handles the travel. We'll see how he handles the step up in competition. And like always, his greatest opportunity to prove himself and show the world that he belongs on the highest stage. When you watch his film clips, when you watch his film study, he's going to be more of a counterboxer. He's slick. I like the way he moves. One of his most recent fights was against Leonardo Amatrano, in which he knocked him out, and you really get to see Ocampo's skill set on full display in that fight. He uses his movement to evade. He uses his side-to-side movement to avoid the power. Something I really like about his offensive arsenal is his straight right hand. He backs up against the ropes and almost baits his opponent to fire first, and then he counters with that right hand. In his opponent, Giyasov, this is a guy who also likes to counter. In Giyasov, this is a guy who likes to work the body. When you look at his most recent fights, he's been stepping up. He has a lot of hype on him. This goes back to 2019 when he knocked out Darlis Perez in the first round. The more tape I watch of Giyasov, the more you see his game planning in each fight. He works the body, and I'm not going to call him a dirty fighter, but look at his last few opponents. He's been point deducted. His last victory was a split decision because of a point deduction for a low blow. And then a few fights before that, he fought a really tough Cano, the same Cano who had a win over Jorge Linares, and he also was getting warned for low blows. Early in that fight, he knocked Cano down with a body rip that Cano argued, saying it was a low blow. So his game plan is going to want to be work the body to get his fighter to break down and then go after him. When he fought Cano was pressuring him the whole time, and Giyasov was really doing his best work backing up and countering, using his speed and reflexes to get back into that body. But as the fight went on, it ended up ending in the 11th round due to Cano spraining his ankle, went to the cards, and then Giyasov won a decision. But you started seeing Giyasov's gas tank wear down. He does a lot of sort of explosive movements, and he has a lot of fun in there. He doesn't necessarily taunt his opponent, but he'll be talking to you, and he's a showman. He wants to have an entertaining fight. So this fight is made for that. It's going to be really interesting to see, though, what sort of game plan the Argentinian fighter goes in there against. Will he counter? Will he pressure? And only time will tell. Let's take a closer look at what's at stake this weekend in Atlantic City. Guys, Shakhram Giyasov versus Franco Ocampo. They're fighting at 147 pounds. Giyasov's undefeated, 16-0. Ocampo's 17-2. There are no belts at stake in this fight. A 2016 Olympic silver medalist and a two-time amateur gold medalist, Giyasov went 2-0 in 2024, beating Pablo Cano and Miguel Parra. The Uzbek looks to continue his rise in boxing and reach the top of the welterweight rankings. A former Team Combat League competitor, Ocampo, 17-2, is on a 4-fight win streak and competes outside of Argentina for the first time. He's coming off a series in which he fought Ezequiel Alvarenga twice, in which he went 2-0. So right now, let's take a closer look at the Argentinian's boxing career and see what he's been up to. Guys, Ocampo's 17-2 with 8 knockouts. He carries into the ring a 47% career knockout to win ratio. He has a career fought 91 rounds, and the Argentinian's known by his adoring fans as Cazador. He's a 5'7" orthodox fighter with a 69-inch reach, and he hails from Buenos Aires, Argentina. We last saw him fight Albarenga, 5'26", UD in the 6th. Albarenga again, 5'25", knocked him out in the 6th. Armatrano, 17-2, knockout in the 3rd. Ruiz, 11-6, knockout in the 2nd. One of his only losses was to Brian Chavez, who was 11-1. That was an 8th round technical draw due to a cut. But guys, that was an exciting fight as well. It's on YouTube. In that fight, you saw the Argentinian fighter Ocampo get tested, got dropped early in the 1st round, battles back, survives, goes on to drop Chavez in the 8th round, and then the cut happens, they go to the cards, and he loses a split decision based on the technical cut. So with his current opportunity coming to America the first time, the Argentinian fighter feels he's ready for the showtime, and it's now or never. Now let's take a closer look at his opponent, the Uzbek fighter, Shakhram Giyasov. Guys, Giyasov 16-0 with 9 knockouts. He carries in the ring a 56% career knockout to win ratio. Now to 2,504 welterweights in the world, he's ranked number 17. His adoring fans know him as the Wonder Boy, and the 31-year-old Uzbek fighter stands at 5'9", and he hails from Bukhara, Uzbekistan. We last saw him fight Miguel Parra, 22-4, split decision in the 10th. Cano, 35-8, won a technical decision in the 11th due to Cano spraining his ankle. Calderon, 21-0, UD in the 12th. Gomez, 22-2, UD in the 10th. Korea, 29-8, UD in the 10th. When you watch Giyasov fight, he's one of these guys who knows how to win rounds. He knows how to score, and he knows how to elude. He knows how to evade. And what I've seen so far in studying the tape, even though he only has 16 professional fights, he has a lot of amateur experience, thus him having the silver medal. He has the skill set to fight in a couple different styles. He'll counter, and he's really comfortable there. And when he starts seeing you make mistakes, he'll make you pay for them. And then if or when he hurts you to the body, he'll really start slinging and sitting down on his shots. He does have a tendency to open up a lot, drop his hands, and throw the hooks when he feels that you're hurt. So that could be something to think about when thinking about his opponent Ocampo's straight right hand. Right now, when I look at both guys side by side, it's now or never for both guys. We know anyone with a storied amateur career, they usually turn pro a little later. Thus, Giyasov's 31 years old. You know he wants to be active this year. Ocampo's in his late 20s, first fight in America. Who knows if he'll get another shot? When I think about their ring experience, their opponent's strength of schedule up until this point, you got to give it to Giyasov. He is the heavy favorite in this fight, and it would definitely be an upset if the Argentinian flies over to the US and beats him. Now let's take a look at those Las Vegas odds and see where they're putting the money at. All right, guys, the money line bet on this fight, if you take Giyasov to win, he's $1.06, meaning $100, you get your $100 back, but you only get $6 in return. 26-1 on the draw, and Franco Ocampo is close to a 13-1 underdog, meaning $100 will get you $1,200 back if he wins. He's a big underdog. All the bettors are expecting the Uzbek fighter to go in there and wash him. Let's look at some of these method of victories, and I think this will be a good opportunity for you bettors to put on a parlay and get more juice for the squeeze, as they say, because $1.06, in my opinion, isn't worth putting on any parlay. But if you take Giyasov to win a points decision, it goes to 270, and the knockout's at 162. So all the odds are for Giyasov to knock him out. So if you think the Argentinian, who's real tough, 17-2, can last the full length, and Giyasov wins a point decision, that's 270. 100 gets you your money plus 170. But if Giyasov wins by knockout, you don't win. Another opportunity for a nice little single bet would be Giyasov by knockout. 100 gets you 162. You get your money plus 62 back. Let's look at the Argentinians' odds. 29-1 to go the distance and win a decision to outpoint the Uzbek fighter. Those odds are pretty intense. And to knock him out, 17-1. So people were saying the odds of him either winning or a long shot and getting a points decision is a long shot. So nobody sees this Argentinian fighter Ocampo going in and beating Giyasov. The bait that I really like when I'm making my prediction, I'm definitely going with the Olympian. I'm taking the guy with the experience, the hype, the undefeated record, the vast skill set. I think he's going to be too much. I think that he's going to see holes in Ocampo's game early on, and he's going to drown him with that body. I think he's going to knock him out. I love the 162. That could add a little bit more juice on your parlay. Or if you're a big bettor, some of you guys message me, 10,000 on 162. It could be worth going heavy on the 162. In the comment section below, let me know what you think of this fight. How do you think it's going to go? Is Giyasov going to win a decision? Is he going to knock him out? Or is the Argentinian fighter going to upset the odds and come home a victor? Also, if you haven't seen my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of the main event between Jaron Ennis and Amaitis Stanionis, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.